morning. Okay, I'm 2 minutes early, which is probably in two reasons. Number one, it's really pretty out here right now. And number two, we just switched Willa into a big girl bed, and she is getting up early in the morning. She was up at 5:30 this morning, and the challenge these days is is to convince her that she doesn't have to sleep, but she has to stay in her room until it's time to get up. She already got out of her room a couple times, but I'm hoping for Allie's sake that she is now kind of settled down. She has this little listening device like an iPod for kids called a Yodo, and she is listening to her Yodo and snuggled in. So I decided to sneak down. Good morning, gatherers. It's good to be with you. Man, it is a sad week for music fans like me. We lost Phil Lesh, bassist for the Grateful Dead, and this may surprise some of y'all, but Grateful Dead may be, as far as bands go, one of my absolute biggest influences. And I would guess to some of you that might be surprising because my music doesn't really sound anything like the Grateful Dead. But maybe after we chat and after this morning, I'm going to chat a little bit. I'm going to play some of their songs, some of their music, and talk a little bit about what that band has meant to me. And I think maybe it'll make sense when it's all over. I am still very sleepy. I apologize in advance for any incoherence or poor playing that may occur over our next little stretch together. I laid out from Reno, astray about 20 hands. Didn't get to sleep that night till the morning came around. See that running, I'm taking my time, friend. The devil is a friend of mine. I get home before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight. Ran into the devil, baby, loaned me 20 bills. Spent the night in Utah in a cave up in the hills. See that running, but I'm taking my time. Friend of the devil is a friend of mine. I get home before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight. Well, I ran down to the levee, but the devil caught me there. Took my $20 bill and it vanished in the air. See that running, but I'm taking my time. Friend of the devil is a friend of mine. I get home before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight. Got two reasons why I cry away each lonely night. First one's named Sweet Henry, she's my heart's delight. Second one is prison, baby. The sheriff's on my trail. If he catches up with me, I'll spend my life in jail. Got a wife in Chihuahua, first one says she's got my child, but it don't look like me. Sit out on a boat, taking my time, friend. Oh, the devil is a friend of mine. I'll get home before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight. Got two reasons why I cry away each lonely night. First one's named Sweet Anne, she's my heart's delight. Second one is prison, baby. The sheriff's on my trail. If he catches up with me, I'll spend my life in jail. Got a wife and one children. First one says she's got my child, but it don't look like me. Sit down on a boat, I'm taking my time, friend. Oh, the devil is a friend of mine. I get home before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight. It's cold, y'all. Oh, it's like achy hands cold this morning. It's not really cold, but it's just cold. There's a different kind of cold when you have to play guitar outside. It reminds me of our evenings, all of those sunsets in the desert over the wintertime. Oh, thanks for the claps and the love. It's so cool that so many of y'all are up at this early hour to hang with me. It makes me so happy. It is an awesome way to start the day. I mean, don't get me wrong, slightly torturous for me, but you know, like these days, it's not like I get to sleep in. So, and it's pretty magical here. Can you believe I live here? I don't know. I'm gonna try and show you. The moon is out this morning. There it is up there. Pretty cool. Yeah. All right. So Phil Lesh and the Grateful Dead. You know what? Probably, right, maybe not necessarily on my songwriting, but when I put together a vision for the band, really it was the Grateful Dead that I envisioned. And that might be surprising to y'all because obviously we are not, no one would consider us a jam band. And the Grateful Dead is most famously known as a jam band, quote unquote, right? But to me, their music is about a lot more than that. Number one, one thing that I think is super, super cool is, you know, really, those guys came from roots music. A lot of their songs are traditional folk songs. And the next song I'm gonna play is one of those. It's a traditional song. And it is, and they would play these songs and they would interpret them in their own way, right? And really, they got a whole new generation of folks connecting and listening to folk music in a way that spoke to them. I love that. I love that. But also, there was a community surrounding their music that was inspiring to me. I going to a Grateful Dead show. I mean, even, right, however many years now, 30 years after Jerry died, right? The Grateful Dead, there are more probably Grateful Dead cover bands than any other band, because I think if you are going out there and you're playing, and you're not going to play original music, but you want to, right? There will be people that will come out of the woodwork just to experience not only the music. Yes, the music. The music was great. Sometimes the music was great. Sometimes the music was very, very sloppy, depending on when you saw the Grateful Dead. But there was a connection, I think, felt within the audience in any Grateful Dead show that was inspiring to me. And part of it, I think, came from the fact that because they were so improvisational, every single night felt like a unique moment that you were getting to experience. A show was a special thing, and there was going to be something maybe special that happened. People recorded those shows and would listen to specific shows. People would reminisce about their favorite shows. There are not a lot of bands that you could go and see 100 times and say, oh man, do you remember this night and this show? Do you remember this moment that we experienced? And in a lot of ways, Adam Ezra Group is modeled in that fashion. No, we don't go off the rails into space when we're improvising on songs, but there's a spirit about the way we approach music each night that is very much taken from the Grateful Dead, right? We never have a set list, and I shouldn't say never, because we have a set list at the Ramble, and sometimes when we open up for bands and we only have like 25 minutes to hit it and quit it, we will plan out what we're going to play, right? But generally speaking, we let the energy in the audience, right, kind of dictate the direction of the music each night. And I love that. I tell my bandies all the time, and we talk about this, right? Right? Some of the best stuff happens when, right, we find out where a song lives. That's the way I like to talk about it, right? Once we arrange a song and we figure it out, there are parts that are important. There are parts that are defining to that song, right? There is a feeling that we are trying to express, or a story that we are trying to express, right? But once we can get a song to a place where it lives musically, then, right, then I want us all as musicians, as singers, to be free to express that song in any way they want. A song shouldn't be played exactly the same way every single night, and my bandies continue to take up that mantle when they play. I'm gonna play you right now an old traditional song. It's called Jackaroo, and it's an old it is an old seafaring song, right? And an old folk song. And we once tried to actually look up the roots to this song, and it was challenging, but it was, it was during a long van ride, and Karina actually found some super cool and interesting history about this song, which I now forget, unfortunately. Sorry about that. But I'm gonna see if I can remember. It's early in the morning, like I said, and man, it's beautiful today. There was a wealthy merchant in London, he did dwell. He had a beautiful daughter, the truth to you I'll tell. Oh, the truth to you I'll tell. She had sweethearts of plenty and men of high degree, but none Jack the sailor her true love e'er could be. Oh, her true love e'er could be. Jackie went out sailing, trouble on his mind. He left his native country, darling girl behind. Ooh. Oh, her darling, his good darling girl behind. She went down to a tailor shop, dressed in men's array. She climbed on board the vessel to convey herself away. Oh, convey herself away. Before you get on board, sir, your name we'd like to know. Well, she smiled into her countenance, they called me Jack-a-Roll. I see your waist is slender, your fingers they are small, your cheeks too red and rosy to face the cannonball. Oh, to face the cannonball. Well, I know my waist is slender, my fingers they are small, but it would not make me tremble to see 10,000 fall. Oh, to see 10,000 fall. Woo! Climbed on board the vessel, had a look around. Among the dead and wounded, her darling boy she found. Oh, her darling boy she found. Well, this couple, they got married, so well it did agree. This couple, they got married, why not you and me? Oh, why not you and me? Oh. I lost feeling in my fingers by verse 2 on that one. I'm gonna warm them up. Like, right? It's such an unlikely song for a quote-unquote jam band to play. I might have missed a verse or two in there. But I just think that that's really, really cool. I only got to see the Grateful Dead once before Jerry died. I went to see them at the Boston Garden. It was my first time experimenting with psychedelic drugs, which I now regret, because really the night became more about that than it did about the music. But what did I know? What did I know, right? Had I known that it was going to be my only chance to see them, but I will say I was so deep into them. I remember the night that Jerry died, they were supposed to be playing in, I think it was Portland, Maine, Portsmouth, Portland, I can't remember. And they decided to play anyways. And my buddy Neil and I, we drove up there, you know, hoping to scalp some tickets or just figure out a way to get into the show. We couldn't get into the show, but we sat outside in the parking lot and listened to the music all night long with thousands and thousands of other people. I mean, it was, even that was impactful. The community that they created through their music, it was unprecedented, I think, for a band. You may or may not know this, but Turtle had two favorite bands. The Grateful Dead was one of them. The other would be the Beatles, and Turtle and I would talk about music oftentimes. When we were on tour, I wore, by the way, I don't know if you can see in there, but I wore my Turtle shirt today for this show, for this gathering especially. I wanted him to be here with me. When we were on tour together, Turtle would, he always wanted to drive. You know, he liked driving. He was also, right, kind of such a big guy. He was not very comfortable unless he was driving, like, just, I think, moving his feet on the pedals, and right, otherwise he would just get really stiff. And so he almost always drove, and you know, we would fight sometimes, because he would drive even when he was very obviously too tired to be driving. And it was always super uncomfortable when I forced him not to drive. But I remember many, many late nights just talking about the Grateful Dead and their music. And, you know, he was a guy that just loved to, right, just enjoy, right? When he played, I mean, it was back when Turtle was in the band. There were 6 of us in the band, and it was a different, in a lot of ways. I think Turtle would appreciate the band today in its form more so than the band back in the day. Well, maybe not, I don't know. It's a hard call, right? But with 6 people on stage, you really had to focus on arrangement and parts a little bit more. Otherwise, everybody would be stepping on each other's toes. With 4 of us, we really have the musical space to be more improvisational with our arrangements, right? But Turtle was the kind of guy that would play songs differently every single night. Sometimes sloppier than other times, which was sometimes a challenge. But man, he had such a spirit when he played of just being right there in the moment. And I think he appreciated that about the Grateful Dead as well. And it was just about being in that moment and experiencing it. We had a favorite Grateful Dead song that we liked to cover back in the day that I'm going to attempt right now before I lose feeling in my fingers again. It's a song called Brown Eyed Women, and in verse 4, I believe, maybe verse 5, and I've told this story I think maybe once before, but or maybe a couple times, I can't remember, but the verse goes, Dad made whiskey and he made it well, cost $2 and it burned like hell. I cut hickory just to fire the still, drink down a bottle and be ready to kill. When we would get to that line, Turtle and I would look at each other and we would just scream at each other in the middle of the song every single time. We'd just be like, ah! No matter where we were, no matter what the show was, and it was one of many moments that Turtle and I would share on a nightly basis. We had a lot of like little secret traditions within many of the different songs, but that was one that was just between Turtle and me, and I think about him every time I play this song. Gone are the days when the ox fell down, pick up the yoke and plow the fields around. Gone are the days when the ladies said, please, General Jack Jones, won't you come home to me? Brown-eyed women and red grenadine, the bottle was dusty, but the liquor was clean. Sound of thunder with the rain pouring down, and it looks like the old man is getting on. 1920 when we stepped to the bar, drank to the dregs of the whiskey jar. 1930s when the walls caved in, we made our way selling red-eye gin. Brown-eyed women and red grenadine, the bottom was dusty but the liquor was clean. Sound of the thunder with the rain pouring down, and it looks like the old man is getting on. Delilah Jones, she was the mother of twins, 2 times over and the rest were sins. She raised 8 boys on the I turned bad. I didn't get the lickings that the other ones had. Brown-eyed women and red grenadine, the bottle was dusty but the liquor was clean. Sound of thunder with the rain pouring down, and it looks like the old man is getting on. Tumble down shack in Bigfoot County, snowed so hard that the roof caved in. Delilah Jones went to meet her God, and the old man never was the same again. Dad made whiskey and he made it well, cost $2 and it burned like hell. I cut hickory just to fire the still. I drink down a bottle and be ready to kill. Brown-eyed women and red grenadine. Bottle was dusty, but the liquor was clean. Sound of the thunder with the rain pouring down, and it looks like the old man is getting on. Gone on the days when the ox fell down. Pick up the old plow to feel the round. Gone are the days when the ladies said, please, Jenna, Jack, John, won't you come home to me? Brown-eyed woman and red grenadine. Bottom was dusty, but the liquor was clean. Sound of the thunder with the rain pouring down, and it looks like the old man is getting on. And it looks like the old man is getting on. Whew. Oh. I wear fake nails on my right hand when I play music. Man, I need some new ones. And one of them is broken right now and it keeps catching on the strings. I don't know. What am I going to do about that? Because it kept messing up that song. Maybe I fixed it. Anyways, it's nice to be here with y'all this morning. That moon is still cranking up there. Can you see it up in the corner? Most mornings I wake up and I cannot believe that I get to live up here. I mean, we had to get pretty far up the coastline to be able to be out of here on the water, afford a place on the water, but and it makes for coming on and off a tour pretty challenging. But every morning I wake up to this and I watch my daughters hanging out on these rocks that I'm standing on here. Right? I mean, we just have this like little rocky ledge next to our yard, and I just feel so lucky to be able to be here in the mornings. And the nights. I mean, I feel so lucky to be raising a family here. Yeah. Well, for those of you who just joined us, I am remembering Phil Lesh talking about how the Grateful Dead has been such an influence on my life and my music. That last song, Brown-Eyed Women, another, right? Like, I mean, that is a folk song. I'm not sure who wrote the song, but it's talking about prohibition and our country's history. Ooh, I see a neighbor. Hold on. Hope I'm not waking somebody up. Hold on 1 second.
Good morning.
How you doing?
What's that? You stay here, yeah. I do. You do? name's Adam. I'll be around. Okay. Here, Adam. I will tell you this. I go classes with my daughter, and it does not look like they were preparing for that. It looks like they were putting on. It looks like they were putting on. I don't get here. Yep.
That was the police. Not for me. There's a car parked right over there, and yesterday when I was driving into town, Willa helped me with a dump run yesterday. She helped me. I put all the trash in the car, and she helps me all the recycling, and then we drive to the dump, and she likes all the different sounds that all the different trash and recycling makes when I put it in. So anyway, we were driving into town with a van full of trash. She also likes helping me take all the instruments out of the back of the van so I can fit the trash in the back of the van. And right next to us, there's a little bridge, and there were three guys putting in kayaks with some pretty serious gear, and the car is still there, and so that was they're just wondering. It looks like I don't know if they were expected to come home or not, but a little bit concerning that they're not back, right? I mean, this water is cold right now, and once you get out there into the ocean, I mean, there are a lot of islands, and it's pretty easy to lose your way. Anyways, I hope those guys are okay. That police officer was hoping the same thing. So, anyways, yeah. All right. Continuing on our tribute to Phil Lesh, I'm gonna play a song right now that is, Phil Lesh was not a great singer. Not a great singer. But he did sing some of the Grateful Dead songs. And my last Grateful Dead tribute today is going to be a song that Phil sung. There's a song written by Robbie Robertson of the band called Broken Arrow. I love this song. And it's funny, in college, I mean, Phil is a beautiful song, and Jerry really played some beautiful guitar on it, and I loved the song. My buddy, my freshman year roommate Matt Shigan, and I used to listen to the song, and we used to sing along with the song, and we would mimic Phil's kind of drawling way of singing out the notes. when we would sing it. But anyways, it's been nice not only to share this moment with you in the morning time, but to also just think about a guy that impacted my music and my life a lot, who's now gone. Who else is gonna bring you a broken arrow? Who else is gonna bring you a bottle of rain? There you go. Moving across the water, yeah. There you go. Turning my whole world around, yeah. Do you feel what I feel? Can we make it so that's part of the day? I got to hold you in these arms of steel. Lay my heart on the line this time. I wanna breathe when you breathe, when you whisper like that hot summer breeze. Can't the beads of sweat that cover me? Did you show me a sign this time? Who else is gonna bring you a broken arrow? Who else is gonna bring you a bottle of rain? There you go. Moving across the water, hey. There you go. Turning my whole world around. Do you see what I see? Can you look behind the mystery? Can't the beads of sweat that cover me? Got mountains to climb this time. I won't come when you call. I'll get to you if I have to crawl. They can't hold me in these iron walls, yeah. We got mountains to climb this time. Who else is gonna bring you a broken arrow? Who else is gonna bring you a bottle of rain? There you go. Moving across the water. There you go. Turning my whole world around. Turning my whole world around. Turning my whole world around. in peace, Phil. Well, I am almost positive that Willow's running around the house at this point. But I'm gonna play 2 more songs for you today. Not Grateful Dead songs. But I think I looked through the fan-generated gathering song list started by Setlist Scott that has tracked something like, I don't know, I feel like 780 gatherings or something like that out of the 830 that we've done. And I believe the songs that I shared have all been tributes already played during the Gathering series. I wonder if the Grateful Dead is the most tributed band that I've played. That's an interesting one I have to think about. So on November 1st, coming up, we are going to be releasing a new song. Now, this song actually was, a video of this was released on YouTube a handful of years ago. But I went into the studio with John Oates during a chapter when we were kind of writing pretty heavily together, and we made a little documentary about a day in the studio together, and we played some songs together. One of them was All I Am, which made it onto Hurricane Wind, but we also played 2 other songs that day. We played Juna Please, and we played Truth in the Wine. And over the next handful of months, we are going to be releasing both of those acoustic performances on all streaming platforms. They have been remixed and mastered, and I'm excited for you to be able to listen to them on all the places that you listen to your music. And so on November 1st, we are going to be releasing the acoustic duet of John and I playing Juna Please together. It's pretty fun. So in honor of that, I'm gonna play Juna for you right now, and I want to thank so many of y'all for hanging out with me early on this beautiful day. Up, boom! Did you see that? The sun is poking right out right now. This is good timing. Hey there, Jonah, I know it's been a long time now. Thought I'd step on by. I've been driving around this town for the past 2 hours now. Thought I'd say I miss you, babe, let's talk a little while. Juna, please, feel like home and see me trying, and I believe that you and I can make it through this whole cruel world. Alright, alright. Juna, please come out tonight. Well, I went down to the docks where your daddy works. He took me out for a whiskey and a beer. At about 5 too many, he said, boy, I let the best things in my life slip on through. What I gotta do to kick your ass into gear now? Tuned up, please. Feel like home, can you see me trying? And I believe you and I can make it through this whole cruel world. Alright, alright. Tune up, please, come out. Can't you see me? We're on standing here in the headlights. Right around the corner, we can drive till we run out of road, or we'll run out tonight. I believe you and I were meant to be together. Don't believe much these days. When I'm with you, it's quiet inside my head. It's the only time I really know it's gonna be okay. Tune up, please. Ooh, yeah. And tune up, please. If you feel like home, can't you see me trying? I believe you and I can make it through this whole cruel world. Alright, alright. June up, please, come out tonight. June up, please, come out tonight. Whew. Cheers. Oh, I want to thank you all for listening to our last release, the last co-write that John Oates and I did. Hold Each Other Now, which at this point I think has close to 60,000 streams on Spotify, which makes me super excited. And that's, you know, obviously not counting all the other platforms. It's just so cool that I can release music and so many people out there in the world can just click a button and listen to it, and are listening to it. I think that's amazing. I'm not sure if a lot of y'all know that Juna Please was a co-write with John Oates, but it was, and it is still a favorite for the band to play out live. I want to thank you all for joining me on this beautiful sunrise morning. Love sunrise gatherings. Oh, it's starting to get too cold around here to do this, but it may not stop me. I think this weekend coming up, we may only have a private show or two, so maybe, just maybe, we'll do another one of these. That'd be pretty fun. Cheers, y'all. It's been great spending this morning with you. raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the wind in our backs. May it always blow steady wherever you roam. May it turn when you're ready to carry you home. May it keep you ahead of the rain, yeah. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the heavens above. Some say it's a glimpse of God's great design. Some say it's the science of all things combined. May we look up and always feel wonder. Here is to us, and all that we see. Here's to our hearts and the air that we breathe. Here's to round good company. Here's to the drink that we share. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to this time that we have. For these moments pass lightly, won't come again. May our lives all burn brightly right up to the end. May we live them with joyous abandon. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the end of the day. Let us drink to the work when the working is through. Let us drink one to me. Let us drink one to you. Let us drink one to those who are with us. Here is to us and all that we see. Here's to our hearts and the air that we breathe. Here's to around in good company. Here's to the future. Here's to the past. Let us drink one down slow. Let us drink one down fast. Let us drink one as if this night is our last. Here's to the drink that we share. Oh, here's to the drink that we share. Cheers. Please stay safe. Keep on looking out for one another, and I'll see you again soon.